Hi, I'm Aaron Bruno, and I'm a product manager at Equinix. And in this video, I'm going to introduce you to the maintenance activity feature. As part of this release, users will be able to see if any of the assets that support their cages are currently under active maintenance. And this is part of our commitment to transparency about data center operations, so our customers understand what maintenance we perform and when we perform it. And once you're logged in, we're going to click on maintenance in the main navigation. And this will take you to the maintenance activity feature, as you can see in the sidebar navigation here. So scrolling down, you see the data grid here, and this is listing all active maintenance for the electrical and mechanical assets that support your cages, cabinets, and power circuits. It should be noted that you'll only see maintenance events for the IBXs in which you have an IBX SmartView subscription. The data grid is sorted by default on the most recent maintenance event that has started. We're listing the following columns. We have asset, so this is the unique asset ID for the asset under maintenance. The type of asset, so here you can see different asset categories like UPS, CRAW, generators, air handling units, etc., as well as all of the IBXs where the maintenance is taking place, the date that that maintenance has started, and then also the affected assets here. So affected assets work in two ways. We map electrical assets like this UPS here to customers' power circuits. So in this column here, you're seeing that this UPS is supporting 4 power circuits for this particular customer. Additionally, you can see that there is also a notion of cages. And so we map mechanical assets to customers' cages. So here you can see a summary of all of the cages that are impacted by this mechanical asset being under maintenance. Moving over to the next column, you see here affected accounts. This column is providing you a listing of all your accounts that are affected by this maintenance. For some of our customers, there might be multiple accounts that are impacted by a maintenance event. In this case, we're seeing just one customer is impacted. Finally, we have a few columns that describe a little bit more information about the asset that's under maintenance. So the manufacturer, the model number, and then the type of asset it is. And then lastly, we have 3 columns that provide a little bit of geographical information about where exactly this maintenance is occurring, which metro, country, as well as region. And then, of course, you can also use this column settings to customize the view that you see here in this data grid. So you can reorder, say you want to see date started first, you can go ahead and apply that. And if I scroll over here to the left, you now see that the date started is the first column in the grid. Of course, you can go ahead and reset those settings if you want to go back to the default. So let's view an individual active maintenance event. You can click on any row in the grid and that'll open a drawer that provides a more detailed view. So in this case, I'm looking at a maintenance event for AM5 for a PDU that is manufactured by Siemens, and this is the equipment model. This is providing just a condensed view of what's available in the data grid, as well as I can quickly see when that maintenance event started. And then finally, we have this affected accounts grid. So in this grid, you can see all of your accounts that are impacted by this maintenance event. As well, you'll see here that this 4 circuits is a hyperlink. So you can click this here and receive a little bit more contextual information about where those circuits are located. So the first accordion level is for cage. The second level is for cabinet. And then finally, we're listing the circuits that are impacted by this PDU that is under maintenance. For the circuit naming convention, we're showing the voltage, the ampage, the phase, as well as if it's a redundant or primary circuit, and the last 4 digits are the circuit serial number. And then finally, you can also expand and close this if you'd like to, but you can also download the data within this data grid, and clicking this download button will provide you a CSV file so you can do whatever additional analysis you'd like through that file. Finally, you can also download all of the data within this data grid using this export data download icon, and this will download everything that you see in the data grid. If you apply any filters, for instance, you want to just see PDUs that are under maintenance. Now, if you go ahead and hit this export data button, you will download only the data that you see within the data grid. That concludes the demonstration of maintenance activity. We look forward to hearing any feedback you have, and we hope you enjoy these new features. Thank you.